Okay, let's talk about DJ Todd. Stephanie, why did you hire me?
Well, Barnsley actually was the one that said, you know, we did a lot of work with you, and then I went on your website, you just looked like you had everything squared away. Military term.
There you go.
And so that's why I picked you, and then after more and more conversations with you, you knew what you were talking about. So I was like, oh, this guy's going to be perfect.
Did I meet or exceed your expectations for wedding day?
Exceed, yeah. Everyone was talking about how, like, a great time they had. Like, it was just one thing after the other. There was never a dull moment. Everything just fell into place perfectly. It was
Absolutely.
awesome.
Yeah.
Jeremy, what was your favorite part of the day?
Favorite part of the day? Probably the newlywed game.
The newlywed game?
Absolutely.
You really didn't like the crowd surfing? That was a blast.
Yeah.
Last question. What advice would the two of you offer to other brides and grooms who are thinking about hiring DJ Todd? What would you share with them to close the deal?
Well, I was able to talk to him all the time.
Well, speaking of talking, did you have any trouble communicating with me? You were in Afghanistan.
No, not at all. I pretty much was able to email you all the time. Like, you kept in touch with me really easily with email, and then as soon as I got out here, that's when we started phone calling again. But, oh crap, what was the question? I'm dehydrated.
Last question. What advice would you offer to brides and grooms about DJ Todd?
That's right.
Hire you.
Yeah.
I'll take
hire
that.
you, and it's too easy just to call and be like, well, we're thinking about like this type of music, and then everything just falls into place perfectly because you know so many songs. It's scary. And if you basically want someone that's going to plan your reception for you without you doing much of anything as far as music, DJ Todd.
There you go. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it, guys.